What's up guys, it's Devil's Town here, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you 5 tips that's going to help improve your chances at qualifying for Trio Cash Cups next season. Before I get into the video though, guys, if you do enjoy my content or find my content helpful, please drop a like in this video and hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's get right into it. The first tip I'm going to give you is split dropping. Now you may ask, what is split dropping? Or isn't split dropping bad in big team modes? The answer is no. And you have to do it correctly. So what do I mean about correctly split dropping? Split dropping at POIs is extremely dangerous just because of the fact that you're going to be soloed, you're relying basically on loot. You need to land close together at POIs. But when I say split dropping works, is landing at locations that are unnamed where a full trio isn't going to land to make sure that you get enough loot density and enough materials for each player to succeed into the mid and late games. For example, me and my trio were inconsistent landing at POIs, sometimes winning off spawn, sometimes not, and overall I would say was pretty much unsuccessful with the amount of people where we were landing at. Now when we split drop, we had much better games, higher kill games, and all that. So we would land, one person would land at boats, one person would land at logjam, another person would land at bandit. And so what this allowed us to do is each have max shield, max materials, and a decent amount of loot, especially if we abused the upgrade stations, as we rotated through, and we could third-party fights, get easy kills, easy refreshes going into the later game, and it resulted in a lot of high placement, high kill wins, high placement games, etc., etc. So the second tip I'm going to give you is spraying through when fighting opponents. Now, I understand that the servers, usually this is better when the servers are bad, but these big team modes, when you focus your pressure on someone, if your whole team sprays a man holding a wall who's weak, the more bullets that you put down range, essentially between all 3 of your players, the greater chance that they're gonna go through. It's really hard to hold pressure from 3 players. Duos, it's not as bad, but this is something that's big in squads, especially in stacked late games where the servers are so laggy that shots are gonna easily get through. Third tip I'm going to be giving you is not putting faith in a drop spot right now. And so what do you mean not putting faith in a drop spot? Because of the uncertainty of next season, we have no idea what changes are going to come to the map. We have no clue what loot's going to be in the map and what named locations, sorry, I can't talk, are going to be changed. So landing at POIs that are like Mythic, we have no idea if Mythic's going to be in the game, and you're building good team chemistry, sure, with fighting and stuff, but you're abusing loot that you're not going to be able to abuse. So it would be my recommendation to not be looking for a drop spot right now. Just work on communication, just work on fighting together and getting good loot paths that are probably going to still be in the game, usually at named locations that aren't Mythic, and stuff like that. So the fourth tip, and I think it's the most important, I think it's the most important in any team games, is communication. Communication. In fights with my trio, when we were silent, kind of doing our own thing, even giving minimal information, not coordinating what we were doing, we would always seem to lose. But we would usually win fights when we were giving information, giving callouts. If a team unit was knocked or finished, giving information, helping, reducing the cognitive load of the players in the game. And it helped. There's a couple times we had a 3v2 situation out in Weaving where our players died. He gave us great comms and we easily ended up winning the 2v3, getting him back up, and eventually winning the game with over 15 kills. Communication is probably the biggest tip that I can give. It's crucial in all team modes, duos, squads, and trios, but the more players it is, it seems like the more crucial it is. The final tip I'm going to be giving is rotating together. Now this may seem a little bit counterintuitive to my first point, but what I'm saying is when you're moving around the map, you want to make sure that you are close to your teammates when you rotate. And this is very, very important in big team modes. You don't want to get picked off and isolated, giving your opponents free materials, free health and shield, and you being down a man for endgame, midgame, stuff that you're not going to probably be able to overcome. When one would isolate or extend a little bit too far where one couldn't get help and then ends up fighting a team or getting landed on or picked off or grapplered on, which again, as I mentioned in one of my previous tips, may not be an issue next season, but it is possible for these things to occur next season. So when we stay tighter and closer together, we are able to take fights more efficiently. We are able to deal with pressure if we got landed on, stuff like that. Staying together in these big team modes is huge. You don't want to get too isolated. Unless you know for certain no one's around, you're on a place of high ground where you can see clearly that no one's going to be landing on you or anyone's going to be around you. That was my 5 tips, guys. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.